Hello, it's Kay in front of the camera
and Maggie behind, melting.
Yeah, it's a bit hot today. Anyway, we're here. You can hear the fan in the behind us, so just keep on cool. And we're going to put together the church. So I'm going to start, as the instructions do, with the back panel. So as per usual, everything's untabbed, so I've untabbed it. So I'm going to stick this one in, that piece like that, and that piece in like that. And then I'm just going to put those together like that, so it fits in, so the light just fits in at an angle, okay, from the window. So I'll just put that in. I'll do that in for you. So we've done the church as a sort of every person's church or building. So it's like a community building. You can turn it into a church hall. It can be a converted chapel.
Village hall.
Yeah, I've just said that.
Oh, sorry.
I would have thought you'd hang on my every word, wouldn't you?
No, I'm busy trying to fit these.
We've got the lights and it needed batteries and
I keep dropping them because my hands are very fat today.
Okay, so that fits in like that. Okay, so when it's set, it will look like that one.
Hold on, you have a light in it.
Okay, and then we'll have a light in a bit, but don't worry about that. We'll go on to the next bit now. Okay, and
here
the next bit is, oh, there we go. We have a light. There we go. We have a light. So in the back of the church, it will fit in like that. So it's designed to go in at an angle, so it goes through the glass window, which we'll come into in a minute. Okay, so that's that bit. So that's setting nicely. So I'll just turn that off before it wastes the batteries. There we go, like that. Okay. The next bit is we're going to. Now you can decorate this. This is the inside of the church, and these are where the pews are going to go. So you can decorate this as you like beforehand, but make sure that you don't over wet it, so you don't increase the size of these tab holes, and on the sides as well, because otherwise it won't fit together, because these are where your pews are going to go. So you can decorate your stone surround and just glue those into place.
You could cover the bits with just our yellow tape, orange tape, sorry.
Yes, yeah, you could do. So if I do a little bit like that, so if I was going to paint it or put some texture on it, I'll just cover them up like that. Just make sure it's nice and neat. So cover those up like that, and I'll cut little ones out and just put them over the top of those. If you do get any paint or texture paste in there, you can always sand it out, but it's a bit of a pain. So if you can avoid doing it, it's easier. But it's not a disaster. If it doesn't fit, just sand it down to fit. Okay, and that goes on like that. So that fits on like that. And then we're going to put the main body of the church together.
Got a bit of a wobbly table, haven't we?
It is a bit of a wobble. Okay, so you've got your base like this, and you're going to put your front of your church fits in like that, and the other side fits that way round. I've put it on the wrong way round, haven't I?
That's it, do it that way.
Yeah, like that. So, no, don't do now. Don't do as I say, do as I do.
Well, won't that just work on the other side?
No, because you've got other bits on the other side.
Oh,
so you just make sure you got it the right way round.
You can tell I haven't made one up yet.
And it is a while since I made one up as well. So, okay, so you obviously want the windows facing the right direction.
So the windows will be facing inwards.
Yeah, these are the inside. This is the inside panel, so they're facing inwards. So if you do what I do like that, you'll know
what not
to do, basically. Okay, we're going to put that on together, and then we're going to put the back panel that I've just done onto the back. And that fits onto the back on that side like that. And then you've got your front bit, which is your church front, and you also get your light board on this. Again, you can decorate this before you put it together, but I've just stuck it on like this, and that's going to fit on like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue all those bits together, and I'm going to use.
We've got the woodpecker today.
Yeah. Oh, have we? So I've just.
Woodpecker technique.
Okay, so just make sure we've got. As it's quite hot today, just want to get a move on because the glue is going to dry.
Yeah, come on, hurry up.
It's a backstreet driver, isn't it? Backseat driver.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not. Okay, so just put. So what I tend to do is I just put the glue on the innie bits. If you put the glue on all the innie bits, then they all match together. So I must admit, this is the most boring bit, is watching me put glue on. The fun bit is me trying to get them together.
They'll fit together beautifully, Kay. I have every confidence.
Good. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yes, I can. I am paying attention.
She's melting in the corner.
Sometimes, because I haven't seen this put together, I like get mesmerised watching it, and then I think, oh, I should be making sure the video. You can see it on the video. I'll be in trouble if you can't.
Yeah, she's not done hers yet, so.
No.
So I'm going to put a bit of tape on the sides and at the back. And it just helps it to keep it in place while it's gluing. So these are the orange soft pour tape we have, tiger tape.
Tiger tape.
Okay, so just to keep everything in place. So,
I see a cat hair as well.
Oh, can you? All right, okay, well, only one.
Yes, only one.
Okay, so put that on there, and then I'll just put that.
Lovely.
Okay, and then same on the back. And that sort of all fits in together nicely there. So, okay, and then I'll put a bit on the corner. And make sure everything is nice and square.
How long would you leave it for?
It depends on the glue. This I'm using our speed bond that we've got, which is very quick. I don't want to say an hour max. You don't need more than an hour unless it's quite good because it's speed bond. If you're using bookbinding glue or PVA glue,
leave it a bit longer.
I would leave it a bit longer. But it's decorative, so it's not like taking any weight. So okay, so that is your base done like that, and then we're just going to put.
And if you want to get the excess bits of glue that are poking through on the inside, you can leave them because they dry clear, don't they? But you can just use an old paintbrush just to...
Yeah, or your finger.
Or your finger, yeah. Depends if your fingers are fat, though, okay.
You've got little dinky fingers.
If you've got dainty fingers like Kay, then you're all right.
Well, I did have dainty fingers once upon a time, but that was pre-medication, so I haven't anymore. Right, okay, so that fits in like
Lovely.
that. Okay, so that is your basic church shape. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape on each side of this just to keep it in place so it stays nice and square. Okay, well, I'll get on with something else and that'll be dry in the corner.
Okay. I'll look after it.
Okay, and next thing we're going to do is going to put our church pews together. Now, the whole thing come tabbed. So I've got one end of the pew and I've got the back of the pew, or the seat of the pew. So I'm just going to take the other piece out. So all you do is untab them like that, and they will only ever have a maximum of 2 tabs. Might only have one like this is because they're small, but they don't normally have more than 2 tabs. So I've taken those out. So this is the one I did earlier. So we'll put one flat down like that. Then the back fits on like that, and then
hold on a minute.
That fits like that.
I'm going to come in a bit.
So what I'm going to do, let's just put the glue on. Well, Maggie's doing the close up.
There is, if you want some inspiration, because this one, when I first saw it, go online and have a look at Oakham Museum in Rutland, and it's quite an amazing building, and inside is even more amazing. It has horseshoes in it, but enormous ones that are...
I've never been to Rutland. I ought to go. So one thing I've never been. I've been out the outside building is quite spectacular.
Yeah, you should go inside and have a look.
Okay, so I'll just put glue around those bits.
So you do it in 2 halves, do you, Kay, or just...
No, it's 1/2 of the
right,
thing. You'll find out in a minute. And it fits in, that's it. Fits in like that. So it fits in like that, and you just make sure that stays square.
Just come this way a bit.
Okay, so that stays square.
Right, I'm going to just leave it there for a minute. I'm just going to zoom in a bit more.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we can. So you've actually put in there, you've got the side bit,
I've got
and then
one
you've got
side
a base
bit
and a back.
Yeah, side bit,
Cool.
base and a back. Okay.
I'm going to zoom out again.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Okay, and then we get our building back, and this time I tend to put the pews in now because I've got more room to do it. So I'll lay it on its side. Before I do that, this is the front of the building, so the pews usually face the altar, which is at this end of the building. Okay?
The end where the light is.
Yeah, the end where the light is. So if you want to keep your pews as they are, which is what this has been designed to do, if not, you can take them out and put chairs in if you prefer. Okay? So then, just make those down, and then what you can do is just glue these bits on this side.
Ah, so that goes on the wall of the building.
Yeah.
Ah, very clever.
Okay, like that, and then fits in. I'm sorry, I'm just going to
No,
move around.
stick it in and then we'll have a...
Like that.
Perfect.
Okay? Okay, so I should just rattle away through there. So there's a whole load more than I did earlier. So just make sure that they're going to fit in the right place. So some of them should fit one side or the other. So that fits on that side. That fits on that side. That should fit on that side. So you'll notice that you've got lefts and rights on here. So I'm just hoping I've got enough lefts and rights on here. That one, and I'm hoping I did that one right. No, I didn't. I did it on the wrong side. So I just need to just move that across, I think. Like so. Just move that and that there.
Okay.
So that should fit. I'll deal with that in a minute. I'll just put these in first.
And again, you decorate these before you put them in,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah. You can paint them or whatever, and you can do your floor as well before you put these in as well. So you got your floor nave.
Just tip it.
So
That's
yeah, so you got your floor.
perfect.
So if you wanted a flagstone floor, you'll do that beforehand. So I'm just showing you how to put it together, but you would probably decorate it in stages before you put bits together.
the most important thing is don't cover the tabs or holes.
Yeah, that's yeah. If you don't do that, you'll be fine. Okay, so they fit in that side. Okay, we're just going to do the other side now.
Sorry, I was miles away.
That's all right.
In my own little world.
Yeah, but now she knows it feels when she does hers. Well, I'm going to start at the back and work our way forwards.
You're usually snoring by this
yes.
point.
Oh, I do stay awake. Generally, I stay awake. I'll start snoring in the edit.
We'll make Sam do it.
I'll do it in a minute, Miss. Push that in.
Fitted in.
Right, okay, so we've mended the table so it's less wobbly. I've put this one in, and we'll just put the last one in.
It was a bit wobbly. Kay was about to slide off out of the picture.
Or collapse in a heap, which wouldn't be pretty. Okay, we'll just put that one in. That's it. Okay, so then you've got your pews in, like
Beautiful.
that. Okay, so just put that to side one minute. Okay, so we're just going to do the stained glass window now. So you've got your stained glass window front. If you want, it's going to sit into your building. So the light's going to come in from this side like that. If you want to keep the cross bit on it, you can. I am in this case, but if you don't like it, take it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my stone surround around the building, around the arch, like so. So I'm just going to give a dab of glue of that. Again, you can decorate this before you put your arch round. Oops, I don't want to do it on there, do I?
Getting carried away.
I'm getting carried away with it. There you go, around the outside, and then that goes on like that. So that's your light board arch. So that gives you like a stone effect. Then on the back of it, we're going to put our window. Now you get your window cut out like that, so it's already arched for you. Take off the backing, like so, and it's going to fit on like that, making sure that it's not below this line here. So when you put it on like that, so the light's going to go through it. So at this point, before you stick it, you can decorate it if you want a stained glass window effect. So the light will come through like a stained glass, and the idea is that the light comes through the stained glass and then goes onto the floor of the building. Okay, so that's
What would you decorate it with, Kay?
You can decorate. Well, you can paint it with alcohol inks. Would be good. But you want like the lead surround on stained glass windows. So you can use the tape that they use for nail art. That'd be good. You can stamp and heat emboss it, but it's plastic, so your technique is going to have to be good, because you obviously don't want to overheat it, otherwise it'll just warp.
I'm very quick.
And you've got to be quite quick with that. So that is certainly doable, but you do have to be careful, and you've got to be quick doing that. And then what you do is have like a gutter bit for it, and then you can put your alcohol ink in it, and it'll dry out, and it'll just look like stained glass, look fab. Yeah, but I would say tape or peel-offs.
Yeah.
If you've got any black peel-offs, that'd be brilliant.
What are you sticking on there?
Right, so what I'm using is our Pro Pour tape, and what I've done is I've put the 6mm on a backing of an old label sheet, so it's not non-stick, and then I've cut down the centre of it, so I've got thin strips, and then I'm using that to put my window on. So I'm only doing a couple for a minute. So just burnish this on, and you can take it off. Okay. So I've got my burnishing tool that Maggie found me earlier. Right, so just lift off your tape.
And we're using tape today because it's hot, isn't it, Kate?
Yeah, you can use the laser glue is brilliant. It's really good for it. You can use glossy accents as well if you wanted to, but tape is probably quicker, and in this heat it's not going to dry. It's not going to dry out too much. Okay, and then you put your window on again. Just make sure it's central and. Okay, so that's going to go. So if you wanted a stained glass effect, you can do that. And it's going into your building at the back, and it's going to fit in to there. And it's a couple of slots, and you're just going to slot it in. You're just going to find them and get them slotted in.
Ah, so the light shines through. That's very clever, Kate.
Okay, so the light
Brilliant.
shines through like that. Oops. So it gets. You know what I've done, don't you?
Do you want me to leave? What have you done? You've stuck it in upside down.
I've stuck the pack in the wrong way round. Oh dear God!
Oh dear!
It's too hot. It's too hot.
It's
okay.
too hot.
All right. So excuse us one moment while we sort this out. Right. Okay. Now I've sorted that out. What I did was I took it from the back and I put it from there and I put it back onto here where it's supposed to be. It does tell you to do this in the instructions. I should have read them properly.
And I'm in trouble because I didn't notice.
Yeah, so she was asleep. She telling me she was awake, and she wasn't all the time. So I'll put this in here. So that fits in like that. Anyway, so the light fits in like that, and it will shine through.
Oh, lovely.
So the idea is that it shines through onto the floor on there. So if you've got a pattern, you'll be able to see that.
Okay, so I'm just going to, no, that way. That's, oops.
So you just
So make sure the light doesn't fall
Yeah.
out and that doesn't move.
Okay, so if you want to, you can just glue this into place if you want to. Just a tiny bit of glue on the top, and it will just stay upright. It doesn't need much. Okay.
That's really lovely.
Right on there like that. Okay, and then we're going to be putting the roof on next. Oh no, the outside. You've got the outside to do yet. Okay, so
There's so many uses. I'm just looking
So
now
you-
and I'm thinking about a little lovely wedding scene,
yeah,
a lovely.
yeah. Oh, you can do a gothic
Ooh,
old
you
one.
could do a coronation, all sorts of things,
yeah.
couldn't you? Yeah, a gothic-y one.
Yep. There's loads. Yeah, there's quite a lot of scope. Yeah, you could do really like a Halloweeny one to be fab.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to put the windows. Again, you can put these if you want to have these as stained glass. You can do that as well, and they're going to fit onto here. So just make sure they go the right way around. It will fit on nicely like that. Okay, again, they come to you like that, and you just literally peel off like I did earlier. Okay, so you're going to stick a little bit of that on. So I get my little tape and put those on, but they're going to be encapsulated in the bits of light board stone. So you don't need too much. So I'm just going to put those.
Do you want to drink water?
No, I'm fine, thank you. That's it. So I'm just going to put those. So I'm literally going to pin those in place. Okay, and just peel that off. That's it, and then fit all over the windows like that. Okay, if you wanted to make this really gothic, you can do that really gothic. Yeah, you can do loads of things with this.
I
then
just think there's so much
Just
scope
around
with it.
fits like that over your windows. If you wanted to trim that down, you could do. So I haven't, but you could trim that if you wanted to. So, and I can just put a little bit of glue on these. So the idea is it looks like raised stonework.
Yeah, because you have
Use
like
it.
the pillars on the side of the church, don't you, that stick out above, below the arch windows?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do. But these aren't buttresses, but they can be like that. So then it fits in like that. Okay, and then I've probably made the legs a little bit on the long side, so if you wanted to, you could trim those out. Oops, I didn't stick that in properly, but I'll stick that up. So if you wanted to, if they're a bit longer, you can just trim those. It's easier with a pair of scissors, actually.
Good luck with that.
I put 2 pairs in the right place yesterday. I don't know what I know.
I found a pair. Oh, I found lots of pairs.
There we go.
This pair might be sharper actually.
Oh, that'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Thanks. I'll stick this one on the other side. So I'll do exactly the same for the other side. So I will get my peel that off.
I wonder what the temperature is outside.
That's, well, it's in here quite hot. So I'll just put a little bit of tape on there. So, oops. Well, I have butterfingers today. I'm not doing very well.
You're doing better than me.
So, got a bit of tape. So I shall run the whole thing along the bottom then. That'd make more sense, wouldn't it? Okay. So I'll give it a little bit of a burnish. And then I'll use a knife to peel it off. And of course, what happens is when you once you peel these off, you tend to put them down and say, I've lost it, I can't find it anywhere. So if you wanted to decorate it before you stick it down, you can do, or you can leave it as it is. And then I'm just going to put a bit of glue on these. So I know Jill has decorated one by our DT team, and she's in Norfolk and Norwich. So she's decorated her church with the flint stone effect that all the buildings in Norwich, or many of the buildings in Norwich have.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it does look lovely. So this one's a bit shorter, so you don't need to trim this one. Just only trim on that side.
Oh, satisfying.
Okay, so you've got your building like that. And of course now it needs is a roof. So just put that one there like that. Okay, so what it does need is a roof. So the roof is 2 pieces of MDF stuck together at a right angle. So one is very slightly wider than the other. Okay, and you want to, okay, can you see that? One is slightly wider than the other.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in, Kate. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of tape. This is the wider one on the base. A bit of tape there, and a bit of tape there, and you're going to glue this so the shorter one sits on that side.
Does it sit on the top edge of the bottom one, or on the?
It sits actually on here.
Actually on top.
On top, like
Yep.
that.
Okay, right, got it.
All
So
right.
if you,
Okay, like that.
yep.
And you want it at a right angle, and then you've got your tape to put it on. So you make sure it's a nice right angle.
Right.
Now, if you wanted to, you could put it against something.
Can you just turn it round?
So it's just a right angle.
No, the other way. I want to show that bit there. That's it.
So that's like that. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going
so
to show
it's
it with the one
sitting-
that's already done.
So it's sitting on top. Yep,
okay,
that's
so it's
fine.
sitting on done. Okay, and you do need to wait for that to dry.
So
Here's one
you
on
made
there earlier. So you can see it's sitting on top, and it's a right angle. It fits on the church, like so.
Lovely.
Okay, and what you really want to do is make sure that that's quite flush at the back, and then this bit here sticks out a bit so it looks like a bit of a porch, and then you want to stick your eave on the inside of the porch, making sure that you can still put your roof on the building. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that in so it's just sitting inside the roof. So I'll just glue that and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So do put that in like that, and again you can paint that before or after you've done it, so it's just inside, it's not quite flush, like that. Okay, so it's just like that. Would be helpful if it stayed put.
Sorry.
Okay, right. The way today's gone, I'm not particularly surprised. I think I'm going to name this as how not to put a church together. I think.
It's fine. We're getting there.
Have we lost everybody's yet?
No,
Well, I'm
they're
gonna
going
hold
to
it.
be watching this. What's going to happen next?
Okay, I think that's going to stay. Yeah, yes it does. Okay. So when you put it on your building, so that didn't stick properly. Anyway, so that goes on your building like that. So that goes at the front like that. So you've got your little porch there, and then you can take your building off. I would suggest that you don't stick your building, your roof on, because then you can have it as you like.
Tip it up because we can't see the front at all.
Right, so what I'm going to do is hold my hand like that, and you can see that's the front.
A bit more towards you.
Like that.
Down. That's it. Perfect. Why can't I see those bits? Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, so like that.
Okay, he's getting cross now.
So then you put your church door in. So you can either stick that at an angle or have it flush, entirely up to you. So one of the things, you can have the bride and groom in front of the door.
Yes.
If you wanted to, and that's the door and that's the church done.
That's beautiful.
Basically.
Okay.
So obviously you can have tiled roof. You can have slates on it.
Oh, talking about tiles and slates, what have we got coming, Kay? What's just arrived in the building?
We've got a new we've got some dies that will cut out scallops and tiles that in strips. So you just cut out a strip and you can build it up. So we've got the strips. So you've got your strip like that. So that's your tile strip. So when you cut it out, this little bit there is embossed, but this is cut, so they will separate. So you cut a load, and you can stagger them. So what you can do, you can have them nice, pristine roof, or if you really want to, you can really gunge it up and distress it and make it like a really old
tiles
slate
falling off.
Yeah, yeah. So you can take bits out of it and all the rest of it, but it just stops having to cut out every individual tile. It just makes life a bit quicker for you. And again, we've got exactly the same again, but with the scallop. So if you wanted a scallop tile, you can have a scallop tiled as well. Okay, so that's our new things. So there'll be a proper video of those coming up soon. But anyway, in the meantime, that is the church. That wasn't the church. We forgot the tower.
We got so overexcited with the dies.
But the tower, I've separated these, and I've stuck 3 pieces together. So you've got your bits with the flat bit there opposite each other, and you've got the bits with the little notchy bit, they'll be opposite each other. So you cut those 3 together, and then you put your base of your tower in. So I'll just go and glue that in. So I'll put the top on the glue thinking I'd finished.
Yeah, I got all excited.
I forgot about the tower. So that fits in. So that fits into, whoops, like that. So it fits in like that.
Yep. Okay.
And then we're just going to glue the final piece in.
Oh, we'd have been very cross if we'd finished everything and then realised we'd forgotten.
So I'm just going to stick those together. So just wiggle it around till it fits. There we go. So that's your little tower. And then you can have that on your church. So you can have the bell tower at the back or at the front. It's entirely up to you where you want the tower. So you can have it up wherever you like. So anyway, now the church is finished.
Goodbye.
There we go. Bye.